Again, it's really important to make sure that you tap into this resource, if applicable, by the first week or so of classes so that you're able to get the accommodations you need in a timely fashion. Everything is completely anonymous. You will provide documentation to their office, and there's a process by which they go through and notify each professor of the accommodations that need to be made. Again, everything is anonymous other than your name and what accommodations you are to receive by federal law. So it's really important if that applies to you. Religious holidays, if there's anything happening with our schedule that you'll find below that conflicts with religious holidays or observances, let me know the first week of class so that we can make appropriate accommodations ahead of time. Academic integrity, honor code, plagiarism. We're going to talk about this in depth. Part of learning how to write effectively and to utilize a style guide will, in essence, prevent you from plagiarizing. And so that's the importance of a style guide. This is built into our course, so I'm not going to talk about it too much here. Just know that any instance of plagiarism will result in failing an assignment. One thing I do point out is that, especially at this level, ignorance is not an excuse for plagiarism. It's part of the course content. You've all earned undergraduate degrees elsewhere. So if there is any type of intentional plagiarism, of course, but also any unintentional instances of plagiarism, you will be held in violation of the honor code. So it's very important to make sure that you are truly tapping into the APA style guide, looking everything up, citing when necessary, not taking others' intellectual property and claiming it and presenting it as your own, etc. We'll talk about this in depth. Just know from the onset of the course, I want to make that a point to say that plagiarism is absolutely unequivocally not acceptable in any fashion, and that includes documentation of papers. Finally, I'm going on about, excuse me, 45 minutes here, so I'm going to tie this up. Office hours here. This is one of your areas of resource. So if you need any assistance outside of our modules, outside of our one-on-one meetings, if you want to talk, discuss content, let me know. Just send me an email. The Academic Resource Center, in terms of the Writing Center, is going to be helpful. Again, your first resource at the graduate level is always going to be your instructor. For any academic related questions, i.e. withdrawing from a class, changing sections, that kind of thing, see Dr. Christy DeWall, your academic advisor. We also have an Office of Counseling Services with licensed professional counselors to offer services to our graduate students as well. Your tuition dollars fund their office and their services, so it's really important that if you feel that that's useful, you take advantage of it. And of course, our Canvas site here. Finally, you will see a tentative schedule that's broken down by weeks. I've added some of the academic deadlines in bold over here. So add drop when the second session starts, any holidays. I have the major assignments due here. Of course, there'll be copious amounts of information published as we progress to these major assignment due dates. Thanksgiving break, you'll notice, has been placed here in what would be the 14th week, and I'm giving everyone a break for Thanksgiving break. So that's another perk. You will find that there are no final exams, midterm exams, as the major grades in the course are your critical analysis and your final literature review. So another positive is that there are no exams. However, the written assignments will be fairly stringently graded. So you can take a look, peruse a few of the topics we will be discussing as we go through the class, and I will be publishing any readings and reading assignments to Canvas and anything in the individual weekly modules that we will be completing. That essentially covers everything. And again, just keep in mind that that schedule here is tentative. Things will change as we go through. It always happens that way. And also the diagnostic writing assignment you're submitting will also change some of that based on the needs of the course and all of you together, some of the writing improvements that need to be made. As always, if you have any questions, feel free to let me know. r.taylor@wingate.edu. Also 704-233-6022 is my direct office extension. From here, be sure to go ahead and submit the syllabus contract, attendance verification, and then complete the diagnostic writing and research assignment by the end of the first week.